Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.
Last time, we learned to change the angle when the door is closed. Today, why the deals you chase hardest are the ones that slip away fastest. I had 3 deals in my pipeline last quarter. All strong prospects. All interested. I was hitting my targets. So I leaned in. More follow-ups. More check-ins. Tighter timelines.
And what happened?
One went silent. One chose a competitor. The third asked for a discount I couldn't afford to give. 3 deals I was winning, until I started chasing. By the end of this episode, you'll understand the pattern. If your best prospects keep slipping, stay with me. Here's the feeling. You have momentum. The deal is moving. Then your manager asks for an update. The quarter is closing, so you start applying pressure.
What does that pressure look like?
Just checking in. Any updates on your end? I wanted to make sure we're still on track. 3 emails in a week that all say the same thing. I need this.
And each one costs more than you think.
Why? I'm just following up.
You're not following up. You're signaling. Every just checking in tells them this person is under pressure. And if they're under pressure, the deal might be about hitting their number, not solving my problem. Think about what pressure actually does in a conversation. You speed up. You push for commitments before they're ready. You shrink the space they need to decide.
And that triggers resistance.
Every time. Not because they don't want the solution. Because they don't want to be rushed. The decision was forming. Then your urgency interrupted it.
So the pressure I'm applying to accelerate the deal is actually slowing it down.
Worse. It's reversing it. A prospect who was leaning toward yes starts to hesitate. Not because of the product. Because of the energy around it.
The energy around it?
Desperation has a frequency. People can hear it in the tone of an email, in the speed of a follow-up, in the tightness of a deadline. And when they hear it, they pull back. Hold this thought, we'll build on it. Sun Tzu addressed this directly. In the chapter on waging war, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare.
Prolonged warfare, pressure over time.
Extended pressure dulls your edge and exhausts your resources. Sun Tzu's word, dull. An army that fights too long becomes dull. A salesperson who pushes too long becomes predictable.
Predictable?
When you chase, the prospect knows exactly what you'll do next. Another follow-up, another, just checking in. They've already written the script. And when they can predict you, they control the pace.
So the more I chase, the less power I have.
Sun Tzu called it frustration. The general who fights too long and wins nothing, his spirit breaks before the enemy does. In sales, that looks like discounting to close. Giving away value just to end the chase.
I've done that, more than once. So let's map out the real cost of pressure.
3 layers, each one compounds. First, you lose pace. Every deal has a natural speed. The buyer's speed. When you push faster than they're ready to move, friction appears. Friction slows everything. The harder you push, the more friction you create.
What's the second?
You lose trust. Pressure signals your timeline matters more than theirs. The moment they feel like a number, they start shopping for someone who treats them like a person.
And third?
You lose clarity. You react instead of choosing. You send the follow-up because you're anxious, not because it adds value. Here's the cycle. You apply pressure. The prospect pulls back. The silence makes you anxious. You apply more pressure. They pull further. You discount. They sense weakness. The deal dies or closes at a loss.
Each round drains more than the last. And it feels like the right thing to do. That's what makes it so dangerous.
Urgency feels like effort, but urgency without strategy is just noise. The skill isn't chasing harder. It's knowing when to stop chasing.
So what replaces the chase?
Rhythm. Instead of pushing faster, match their pace. Instead of filling silence with follow-ups, create value in the gaps. Give them a reason to come back to you. Not because you asked, because you offered something worth returning to. Here's the reframe. Pressure feels like fuel. It's not. Pressure is a tax. Every unit of pressure you apply costs you something: pace, trust, clarity.
So slowing down isn't losing momentum.
Slowing down is protecting momentum. The deals that close smoothly are the ones where the buyer never felt rushed.
Give me an example.
Instead of just checking in, try, I came across something relevant to your Q3 goals. Thought you'd find it useful. No ask, no pressure, just value.
And that keeps the conversation alive.
On their terms. They reply when they're ready, engaged, not defensive. Quick checkpoint: next time you write a follow-up, ask, am I adding value, or just asking for something?
But what about real deadlines? What if the quarter really is closing?
Real deadlines belong to you, not the prospect. The moment you transfer your deadline pressure onto them, you've turned the deal into your problem, not their opportunity.
So I keep my urgency internal.
Use it to prepare better, not to push harder. Now, the one line for this episode.
Let's hear it.
Pressure taxes momentum.
That's the reminder.
When you feel the urge to chase, to send that third follow-up, to tighten the timeline, to push for a commitment they're not ready to make, say this. Then ask, what can I offer instead of what can I ask for?
It shifts from taking to giving.
Momentum builds when the prospect feels they're gaining something. Pressure takes. Rhythm gives. Two more versions. When a deal is stalling and your instinct says push, try this, no rush on your end. When the timing is right, I'll be here.
That's the opposite of urgency.
It's the opposite of your urgency. Their urgency is still there. And when you remove yours, theirs becomes clearer to them.
And the other one?
What would make the next step feel easy for you?
I'm handing him the pace.
You're handing him ownership. People commit faster when they feel in control, not when they feel controlled.
3 tools. One that names the cost of pressure. One that removes urgency. One that gives them control of the pace.
All protecting the same thing: momentum. Let's lock them in.
Here's my takeaway. Pressure doesn't accelerate deals. It creates friction. The harder I push, the more resistance I generate. The smarter move is to match their rhythm and add value in the gaps.
Keep going.
Chasing costs 3 things: pace, trust, and clarity. Sun Tzu warned about prolonged warfare for the same reason. Extended pressure dulls your edge and breaks your spirit.
And the principle?
Pressure is a tax, not fuel. Every push costs something. Momentum comes from rhythm, not force.
Drill zone. Come back here before your next call. The quarter is closing. Your deal is stalling. Your gut says send another follow-up. What do you say instead?
Pressure taxes momentum.
Again, like you've already decided to play the long game.
Pressure taxes momentum.
Good. Now the release.
No rush. When the timing is right, I'll be here.
And the handoff.
What would make the next step feel easy for you?
The sequence. Pressure rises. First, internal reset. Pressure taxes momentum. Second, release their timeline. No rush, I'll be here. Third, hand them control. What would make the next step easy?
Reset, release, hand off.
This week's test. One deal where you've been pushing. Instead of another follow-up, send one piece of value with no ask attached. See how they respond.
Just value.
Just value. The response will tell you everything.
Which tool should I try first?
Whichever fits the moment. A. Pressure taxes momentum. B. No rush. When the timing is right, I'll be here. Or C. What would make the next step easy? Drop your pick in the comments. I read every one.
What's next?
Why smart arguments still fail. and what actually moves people when logic doesn't. Same calm tone, one usable line.
Ancient strategy, modern sales, one usable line per episode.